Looks like we just lost the connection a bit, but we have reconnected, so let's see what goes on there. Oof.
Are we okay?
Gotta make sure.
Completely ended, like in the middle of something, you were just talking 1 second, and then went out the next second, and I pulled it up on my thing. Otherwise, I'd have been out here like 30 seconds already.
That sucks.
You streamed for exactly 11 minutes, and then it came out. So about 4 minutes ago.
It cut off 4 minutes ago? I've been talking for about 4 minutes, and just...
Well, then again, I don't know if you guys streamed a little bit late, but I want to say, yeah, about 2 or 3 minutes ago, I didn't catch any of that.
Looks like we are back.
We're back. We're back up.
Looks like it.
Cool. Perfect.
All right. Cheryl, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
So I'm not sure exactly where we cut off, but we were talking about a exchange that's coming out that's tokenizing private equity. It's called the DX exchange. It'll be tokenizing companies such as Apple, Facebook, Tesla, just to name a few. It will be operating outside of the United States as well as in the United States, and it can be used even when the U.S. markets are closed. So that's very exciting. It's going to be listing the top 10 NASDAQ stocks, and will hopefully also be listed and expanded to the New York Exchange and Hong Kong and Tokyo. Just to do a little quick summary. So they're doing something that's very similar to Swarm, as we had mentioned earlier. Swarm is another company who also took private equity, even some companies that didn't even go public.
Like Coinbase and...
Robinhood.
Robinhood.
Yeah. So they tokenized that private equity before they even went public. This one's doing it kind of after they had their IPO. Swarm is doing something before they had their IPO. So they're kind of a little backwards, but they're competitors essentially in what they're doing, where they're tokenizing private equity. So it's, you know, a little bit exciting in the crypto space right there. And of course, since they are digital assets, they're working off a blockchain. So basically these tokens, or not tokens, these companies will be having tokenized equity on a blockchain, which is kind of cool. So it is pretty cool.
I like it. I like it. I think we should maybe take a moment here to show our viewers one of the gifts we received today.
Yes.
So
and we'll do a little review on this, just
a thing came in the mail today from one of our viewers. Actually, we actually got a nice little gift.
Yes, we did.
So I'm gonna this is the XYO mining kit, and then it's missing a couple of the trackers, couple of the sentinels. No big deal, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Show you guys here.
So there's, you know, a sticker, a couple stickers that come in there. You will need you'll need an HDMI cable and a TV or a monitor that's able to accept it. So yeah, make sure you have that. And you'll also need it says that you'll need a Ethernet cable to plug it into your router, but I found that Wi-Fi.
This is cool. To the moon.
Wi-Fi does work.
You see that?
So.
That's cool. That's cute.
Yeah, they got to be careful with some of that to the moon talk, because that kind of seems like money being made based on what to the moon means.
I almost dropped it.
So we did set it up. Cool. It's really not hard to set up. You honestly plug it in, configure your Wi-Fi or Ethernet if the Ethernet's working, and then you just kind of go from there. So we'll do more with it. It honestly really is just a Raspberry Pi. I want to say a 3rd gen inside of a nice little XYO case. I'll say this: I wasn't expecting the case to be this nice. It's got this little you see how it's like
battery.
Got this little XYO network, like nice little thing
cool.
on there. It's just
I like
it's
this
nice.
blue one. This blue one's nice. I like blue.
So interestingly enough, the blue one is the one that the battery had to come out of because it wouldn't stop beeping. So we'll figure that.
Oh, that's the one that wouldn't stop beeping. Gotcha.
Yeah, might need a new battery. Not sure, but that's why we'll
figure it out.
Kind of 6-ish, but we'll do a whole review and everything on that.
Yeah, we'll do a nice little review, guys. For some people, because when we were trying to set it up, we're not gonna lie, it's a little confusing.
A little bit. There's just no instructions in the box.
I mean, technically, these are instructionless instructions.
It basically says plug it in, turn it on, use it. Like, it's not really...
Pair with the app, and then...
I don't know where you pair with the app. I don't know. I have the app.
It says to visit the website for more...
We'll probably
visit the website, see what it says, do a little review, do a little, how to, because the world always needs how tos. It's kind of the way to go. Mm-hmm. So we'll do a how to for you guys. So that's gonna be in store. Just stay in touch. We'll probably film that sometime this week, but we'll get that out to you guys. But that's cool. We got that from one of our viewers. Thank you so much. If you are watching. Thank you. You know who you are.
Right. I don't know how they feel about everyone knowing, who they are. So not gonna say any names. But definitely a very nice person.
Cheers to you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting our cause. Thank you for supporting Bits and Tokens, and thank you for supporting us to support others in adoption. We appreciate that.
Right.
So, on our schedule today, what do we have, my good friend?
So, another interesting story, since it's just now the third day of 2019. Last year, Circle, the company that's like partnered with Coinbase and whatever, so their OTC crypto trading desk, or the over-the-counter trading desk, like not on an exchange, like literally person to person, what have you. Their trading desk saw 24 billion in volume, which
the desk, just like hi, me, you, 24 billion.
Right.
I had people handing me a total of 24 billion in 2018.
Right. So like, let's say you were the desk, right, and then it was these two cups. They would put the money here, and then you would put the money over there, and then they would put the money here, and then you would put the money over there, and scoop off a little, fees and whatnot each time. So yeah, 24 billion. Wow. With a B, with a dollar sign. So
wow,
that's not chump change, and that's one company. That's literally just Circle. So, that's a lot of expensive pasta kind of going off.
For sure. Wow, that's pretty impressive.
So yeah, that's a lot. Those are the whales, so to speak, because there's like a certain limit. Even for Coinbase, for you to get like an account where you can buy like tons of Bitcoin at one time, you gotta be okay.
Sorry, I saw it and I was like, that is so funny. This was sitting on literally.
Yeah, they can't really
nothing.
see. You can't really see this either.
That's funny.
Just a spare cable.
Just a thing. Okay, sorry guys. I get a little excited sometimes over nonsense.
I don't even know where were we. Anyways, so a lot of other stuff happened. They acquired Poloniex in early 2018. Poloniex, very old exchange. I want to say, I'm pretty sure they're United States based, just like Circle is. They like to do stuff in the US with US stuff, with the exception of Coinbase, which is from the UK. So yeah, they did a lot of stuff. There's more ads for XYO.
That's funny.
Over here too. That's crazy. That's all I see now is ads for XYO. It's like, yo, I already have stuff. Stop it.
Pets now mining. Did you see that one?
Yeah, we should put one on the Crypto Dog. Let him go out and geo mine for you.
That's so funny. Now pets mining to generate money for their owners. That's hilarious. I'm scared my dog would pee on it, but it's fine.
Not if you put it on his thing. Okay, we'll talk about that later. This is getting crazy. So yeah, so they did a lot of stuff. Circle, very big company. So when people say, "Oh, crypto is dead, it's dying, it's going away," blah blah blah, it's not. None of that's true. There's so much money was made last year.
Right.
Even during a bear market, people were still buying and selling. So
right, exactly.
Tons and tons and tons of money was made last year. So
I'm sure there's a lot of satisfied people in there. Something that's very interesting that I come across very often is people saying, "Oh, well, people keep saying that it's going down, so it's going to go to zero." Something I want to emphasize, for something to go to zero means that every single person who has anything that belongs to that coin or that market would need to say, "Hey, I'm selling it right now." and they would all need to sell it, and nobody would need to have nothing. That's the only way this can go to zero. Even the people who have, you know, some companies, they'll have their ICOs and they keep some, they divide it. They'll put some on the market. They'll put some in a storage. They'll put some in the foundation. Even those would also need to be turned in, like, for anything to go to zero. So the likelihood of anything going to zero ever at this rate is very slim to none, just because that means every single token and every single coin that was created just must be sold or burned. Not likely. So, you know, not saying that it can't hit a low price, but people like you, me, and others would also buy in at that low price, which would eventually just have it go up anyways. So, you know, it's an ongoing market. It's something that's here to stay. Something that's so big at this rate is not going anywhere. To be completely honest, it might not do as good as maybe other markets per se. Worst case scenario, that would be worst case scenario. It might not be doing as good as other markets, but it's not going anywhere.
Well, crypto as an asset class actually is outperformed the NASDAQ, the NYSE.
Right.
So, I mean, we're not doing bad. It's just that when people saw that crazy rise and then now it went back down, like if you look at the graph, it still has an upward trajectory. So everything is fine. So we talked about proof of keys and how that was happening today. A lot of, well, I don't want to say a lot, but I have a story here that's
I thought it was happening on the 4th.
Nope. We looked it up. It was the 3rd.
It was the 3rd.
And so several exchanges are said to be failing the Bitcoin ownership event.
Oh, no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Let's read some of these here.
Oh, I see Hit BCC in the background.
So,
oh no,
that's really funny that you know their like logo. Yeah, unfortunately, Hit BTC, they're not the only ones who are failing the Proof of Keys event. It says here the event intended to prove the Bitcoin solvency of each exchange. Every user was encouraged to withdraw all Bitcoin to private keys that they control. It says here, in addition to Hit BTC.
Oh, you know what? I heard about them
exchanges
freezing people's accounts prior to the event, so they wouldn't do that. Oh man. Bitfinex was offline. There was an issue in order gateways during upgrade.
Supposedly the one from Coinbase was part of it, something that they already had going on. Yeah, but Hit BTC.
Yeah, the freezing accounts. There you go. There's that video. Yeah, I heard they were freezing accounts. They weren't letting people withdraw their money.
So Purse.io, which is some Amazon Prime Bitcoin something or other.
Yeah, it's not an exchange that allows people to acquire Bitcoin or acquire and use Bitcoin via Amazon Prime. Wow.
Yeah, I don't. We'll have to probably look into that. So their withdrawals were impacted.
Ooh.
Just a number.
We're doing a run on the exchanges. Interesting.
A number of different exchanges have kind of failed this thing, and that's what I was kind of excited to see is who would actually stand up. You notice Binance is not on here.
Binance is not on there. Whoop.
So
Binance should have like a calling name, like you know how like the gangs have like the swoop whoops and things like that.
Stop it.
There should be like
stop it right now. This is a family channel.
There should be like like it's like the Binance crew. Like there should be like a call for Binance. You know.
This is a good wholesome.
Like Nance, you know something that you see someone in public, you're like, oh man, he trades Nance. I saw someone like trading like on Coinbase the other day. I was so excited. I was eating sushi at a restaurant on New Year's. Person next to me trading on Coinbase. I said, no way. Hold the phone. Hi, my name's Annalise.
Good.
Cool. It was so cool. It's I love seeing people like outdoors that are like.
So I just want to make sure you said he was trading on his phone.
Yes, he was on his phone.
So you were looking at someone else's phone.
Well, if you're sitting, so you tell me this. If you're sitting like this, right? And this person was probably this far away from me.
Ray Charles.
Wait a second. He was this far away from me, right?
I don't see your phone at all.
If I'm getting up and you have your phone yay far and I see clearly the Coinbase app.
Why would I see it so clear?
Well, one is here. This is how far I was from this person.
I don't know.
Now I'm standing up going towards you. Now to stand up out of my booth.
Hold
on.
You gotta avert your gaze. You can't. That's crazy.
Avert? No, man.
That's crazy.
No. I'm not. I'm here to seek opportunity.
Hey, that's what you call it. So Cheryl is asking the website for CCN. So yeah, it's literally just ccn.com, and then here I'll post the story for you in the chat. That's the actual story there. You should be able to just click on it and get to it. Where is the thing that I'm looking for? So, what else? What other stories have you found so far that maybe of mentioning?
So do you know who BitTorrent is?
Yeah, Tron bought them.
Right. So because Tron bought them, they're launching their own currency on the Tron network. So that's the thing.
Whoa.
Yeah. So BitTorrent is going to have a currency soon on the Tron network, operating on Tron. So I'm assuming that's probably, would that be a adequate trading pair?
What do you mean?
So if you were to trade, let's say BitTorrent pairs with Tron, is that an adequate trading pair?
Sorry, it looks like we have a word from our producer. Producer, what are your words?
Sound issue.
What
Sound
does it
issue.
sound
What kind
like?
of sound issue? Chirping. I'm chirping. I'm a bird. Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp.
Check the internet health. Make sure our internet is nice and healthy. Want grade A internet.
Grade A.
Grass fed.
Grass fed. You grass feed your internet?
I sure do. Sure do. Wow, stingy. Maybe I would like some.
You haven't finished your cup yet.
Was yours empty just now? Just a little confused there. Can I get a little bit too?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
Wow. It was.
Was it? I just don't want to feel left out. It's so delicious.
It is. I actually added some Taylor to it.
Okay.
Yeah. It gives us a
Hopefully I don't.
accent.
Hopefully I don't die.
It'll be fine. It's mostly fruit. If anyone's out to murder Tim, just send him a bunch of grapes.
Why would you even tell him that? Why? What? Why would you even tell him that?
Listen, I don't know what enemies you got in life.
I don't have any. Everyone loves me. I hope.
You hoping.
Is the sound still bad? Can we get confirmation whether or not the sound is still bad? I may need to restart the stream. From crypto.
Scream. Sorry guys for our technical difficulties. In 2019, that is one of our goals, to get this better. Streaming itself is not perfect for everyone, but as we continue to grow and prosper, I almost said perish, we will not perish. As we continue to grow and prosper, we will get all the nicks and kinks out, and we will have quality, wholesome live streaming for you guys 24/7, 7 hours a day, 24 days a week.
What?
You know what I mean?
I don't know what's happening right now.
It's a little drunk over here.
Stream health is good. Internet speed health is good. It has to be the stream itself.
Well, give us just a mo here, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna take a quick siesta. Well, probably should have waited until all the stuff was off the screen before I press start streaming, but sounds like the audio issue is corrected. So sorry about that. We're back. If you're just joining us, we talked about a few things so far. Some of those things, go back here to this scene. Some of those things include Circle's OTC, so person-to-person trading desk, saw $24 billion in volume in 2018. It's a ton of money. The Proof of Keys event, where everyone was to remove their Bitcoin from exchanges and put it somewhere where you hold the private keys, such as this Ledger Nano S. you would have noticed here in reading this article, some of those exchanges where the money was pulled from kind of failed. They paused withdrawals, they froze accounts. Apparently, they didn't have the Bitcoin to back it up. And then I believe there was another story on Bloomberg that you had mentioned initially about Tesla, as well as other companies being tokenized.
Top 10 Nasdaq SPF 500s.
Okay, so being tokenized and listed on an exchange that operates out of Estonia and Israel.
Yes.
Aha. I remembered. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. A lot of stuff going on in the crypto world today. Looks like we're hitting 2019 running, really. I like that. I like that a lot. Let me see if I can pull up another story here for us. Just a moment.
Do 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 do
Do do do do do
do do do do do do do do do.
Well, here's another interesting use case for blockchain. Marriage certificates.
Marriage certificates on the blockchain.
Well, apparently Nevada County will now allow marriage certificates on blockchain.
Is that so?
Yeah, so Nevada's Washoe County. That's a funny name for a county.
Believe it or not, I've actually talked to people from there. Ironically.
How do you pronounce it?
Wow.
Washoe?
I don't live there.
Waso?
Wazo.
I like it. Wazo. So in April 2018, Wazo County issued its first marriage certificate, which was stored on a blockchain. And the program apparently allows anyone who gets married in the county to view and send a digital version of their marriage certificate from their computer or smartphone. It's stored on the Ethereum blockchain. That seems like the thing that people are doing. They're just using Ethereum for stuff. Says that marriage licenses must be obtained in person and are not available online. The digital marriage certificate is different from a marriage license. Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
So the certificates are proof of marriage, but they're not a license of marriage. Seems confusing a little bit. Well, it seems like they are considering using a blockchain for other records for the county as well. So that's pretty cool.
It officially served 950 people, says there, between April and December, I'm assuming, of last year. Interesting.
Okay.
So it looks like the county in general was using it as a beta. And I'm assuming they liked it because it looks like they're pushing it forward a little more.
Looking for a partner for a
DMV
DMV
for
partner
partnerships,
for a digital driver's license. Imagine that, digital driver's license.
I really need one because honestly, don't ask me where mine is right now because I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Well, I won't tell the police. Won't do it.
I mean, does a passport count?
No, it doesn't. Doesn't count.
I mean, technically, they can look up the numbers, can't they?
Well, they can look at it and see that you have identified yourself as this person, but you would still get a ticket for driving without your driver's license.
But why? Isn't it in the system?
But you have to carry it on you.
But why?
It's a law.
I have to carry this piece of plastic that you already have in your computer?
Technically, you do, yeah.
Can I show you a picture?
You can't.
Why not?
Do you need a badge to go to work?
I mean, I do, or I can get a temp one for free.
But if you don't have your badge, you have to have one while you're there. Like, that's part of your code of conduct, right?
I suppose.
So, a little history lesson for you. When you are opting to participate in the whole driver's license thing, because technically, as a free person of the land, you don't need a driver's license to be able to operate a personal mode of transportation, right? Driving specifically is the act of transportation for hire, right? So taxi drivers, bus drivers, ambulance drivers, right? So you're a business at that point, which means that as a business, you need to be licensed and insured. Like, we're licensed to do business in the state of Florida, right? And so that's because we're a business, right? That's something that a business requires. For you driving or for you operating your own personal mode of transportation, you're just traveling. You're not driving. Driving is a for-hire sport. So for you saying, yes, I am a driver because I have opted to get a driver's license, means that you now have to play by all the other rules as well.
Interesting.
Totally voluntary, though. But don't take my word for it. I know this is super off topic, but we're going to go to Google. So the Department of Motor Vehicles doesn't apply to you based on 18 U.S. Code subsection 31 definitions. So when we're looking here for the definition of a motor vehicle, this is super fun for me. 18 U.S. Code so
oops, maybe I should mute that.
We got here, the term motor vehicle means every description of carriage and or other contrivance propelled or drawn by mechanical power and used for commercial purposes on the highways in the transportation of passengers and property, or property and cargo. So that means that you don't operate a motor vehicle because you just travel to get to the place where you're employed. But the traveling is not part of your employment. You see how they try to trip you up? Because no one reads the stuff. You got to read it.
Interesting.
You got to read it.
Cheryl had said that you need proof of identity. So I know you need proof of identity, which is why I said does a passport count?
Technically, you don't. You don't have to identify yourself to anybody. The only time that you have to identify yourself to somebody verbally is if a police officer suspects that you're in the commission of a crime, about to commit a crime, or have previously committed a crime. If they can't prove suspicion of one of those three grounds, you don't have to identify yourself to nobody.
Well, the identification would be specifically to a police officer, which is why we need to carry some form of identification. Because who else would pull you over and ask you for identification?
Did you commit a crime? Your first question should be, what crime do you suspect that I am committing, have committed, or will commit in the future? They'll almost never be able to answer that unless they pulled you over for speeding, which would be a crime if you were playing by the rules that are set forth in the driver's manuals, etc., etc. Yeah, that's kind of that. I know we kind of derailed there for a little bit, but you got to read between the lines. You got to read between the lines.
Yeah, the way something I've learned that a lot working. Some things that the way they word them verbatim. Loopholes. Companies love loopholes. Read between the lines for sure.
I recommend
verbatim is understanding the true meaning behind every single word in a sentence. The sentence could be 10 words long, and something in that sentence is completely different from what you thought it was.
You just mentioned a word that people don't use the right way, and that's why I don't usually say the word understanding. Understanding means that you stand under the thing that was just said. So if I'm a cop and I say blah, 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 do you understand? And then you say yes, thinking that you're saying I comprehend, what you're actually saying is that you stand under the thing that he had just said. These are your rights. Do you understand? And if you say yes, that means that you're standing under the decree that he just stated. So I typically tell people, I comprehend what you're saying. It makes sense to me. However, I don't stand under the thing that you're saying. I don't want to be held accountable to that thing. I do comprehend it, however.
Interesting.
Words are very important. Everyone should buy a copy of Black's Law Dictionary. But that's enough. That's enough going off the rails for today, because you're really drinking a lot of juice here. You're making me feel kind of...
Yeah, I don't know if I should drink anymore. So let's see what else is in our news here.
While you're looking for a story, I'm just going to go ahead and jump back on bitsandtokens.com. We have a couple new viewers. Just want to go ahead and give out another little tour. So in conjunction with obviously having so much fun here doing these live streams for you guys, we actually do a lot more. We do run bitsandtokens.com, a website where you can sign up. You'll gain access to a bunch of stuff, charts, all these videos, our blog where we, talk about various stories that are happening. But then also the main thing is you get access to this chat feature, which will link you right to either me or one of my colleagues. And we'll be able to walk you through any questions that you may have. You'd even be able to buy cryptocurrency right here on the site, convert specific amounts of different cryptocurrencies right here on the site, and get some news. But that main feature that a lot of people really love is that support feature. And I know people love it because they're not shy. They're using it. And it's really a wonderful thing being able to see all these great questions people have and being able to walk them through whatever it is on their blockchain journey, financial, ownership kind of journey. Really warms my heart to be able to help people out in that regard. So if you come to the website, you'll just want to go ahead and click on the button here that says register, or you can kind of look down and see a little bit about us, see some of the blog there. But yeah, you'll want to click on register, $9.95 per month. But if you use the code SAVE10, no spaces, so SAVE10, in the discount section, you'll get 10% off your first month. So it comes out to like $8.87, something like that for the first month. So really not bad at all. And then yeah, we'll be here for you. And new features are rolling out, all the time. We'll eventually have an upgrade for you, a gold package as well. So stay tuned on that. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. Wanted to show the shop here where you can get some swag.
Oh, you know what? Something interesting. Because I know this just because my boyfriend was on Fortnite.com. So Fortnite, who doesn't participate in the stores, the app stores, because they apparently, I didn't know this, they take, I think it was 30% of what you make off an app, I believe it was. But Fortnite accepts crypto now. They're accepting Monero. So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I thought that was neat when I saw it. So
I wonder why they went with only Monero, though.
I have no clue. That's a very good
So for anyone who doesn't know, Monero is it's a privacy coin. There it is going across the bottom left, $50.81, currently down 3.56% for the day. But yeah, it's a privacy coin. So it's a coin that basically your public address changes every time you do a transaction. I don't know. I don't know what do you think about that? What are your thoughts there?
I thought, so I don't want to say it's a strange pick because there's a lot of more people that's been who have been jumping on Monero. Mm-hmm. People have been jumping on Monero, and this is going to sound bad, but I've heard more people jumping on Monero for, I don't want to say black market, but to avoid being tracked kind of thing, because it does change the address, this, that, and the third. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting that they're using Monero out of every single other currency. Mm-hmm. I just didn't see that one coming. I thought that was interesting. I was like, Monero, sure, interesting. Okay. All right. No Bitcoin, no Ethereum, Monero, no, so it was different. Bitcoin Cash, none of those. So it's different. And you know what? They're giving other currencies an opportunity. I think that's a great thing.
So this is apparently the store of all this stuff?
Right. So I am not crazy about their clothing.
I mean, I guess if you play Fortnite.
So there's apparently a Burger Man, and it was really funny because Jerome was trying to get me a onesie, and I was like, if you ever buy me that onesie, I'll freak.
So that's cool.
So I mean, it's kind of like, a fanboy, fangirl kind of store. Really cool. If you play Fortnite, I'm sure you know who these people are with the burger dude and this and the third. Some of them are just the logos. It's pretty cool. So
I do not play Fortnite, so
for all you Fortniters out there, if you're into crypto too, you can now do some purchases with Monero. So that's cool. I'm assuming that's their clothes shop. I don't know if they sell any add-ons to the games or anything else on here, but
not sure. I am on merch.fortnite.com, and this is what I see.
Merchandise. Okay, so I guess it's just retail. So yeah, if you like clothing or like Fortnite or whatever the case is, they got stuff there, and you can definitely purchase it with Monero.
Let's see how this works. Let's see. How do I check out? Can I pay with crypto right now? No, I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just curious if that's.
There's
a
a
thing.
discount code. I think you have to like fill out some stuff, and then it'll let you go to shipping and then payment method.
Over it.
Anywho, battery. Would you like to change that then?
Yeah, you should do it now since we're like.
Okay. Looks like we're gonna go ahead and change batteries for our audio. We've been streaming for a little bit here. Gonna go to a small commercial break. Be right back in about 1 minute. I think we're back now.
We sure are. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
If you're just tuning in with us, thanks for tuning in to Bits and Tokens. We're just going over a few articles of information we got here. Right now we're going over the Monero Fortnite. We're just finishing that one up. So if you are a gamer and you're into Fortnite or want some Fortnite gear, there's also an app that they're starting up. If you go to, I'm assuming it's Fortnite.com or Fortnite something, you can use Monero to buy your gear. So that's a thing. And you can also use their app and buy things on the app. And that's it. So other than that,
a few comments going on. Looks like we are being joined
just a couple hellos and highs.
Being joined by Tom, and we're also being joined by Peter. Welcome. Hopefully you guys are relaxing, just kind of kicking back. We've got some adult beverages here that we are enjoying.
Sure are.
Very enjoyable. I think we fixed the mic issue there. Let me know if the mic is back on. Mic check. Checking the mic. The mic is being checked.
It looks like it's okay, to my knowledge.
I can see it. I can see it moving, so hopefully it's moving. All right.
Alrighty.
We got
a confirmation. So like I was saying, we were just, for any of you guys that are out there into Fortnite or any video games, we were mentioning that Monero is now being accepted on Fortnite.com, I'm assuming, for their merchandise.
Merch.fortnite.com.
Merch.fortnite.com. So
I didn't see anything cool on there. It was just like shirts that said Fortnite.
Yeah, so I guess it's just couple of things that they got on there, like, you know, I don't know how long they've had that website up for, but Hey, you never know. So other than that, in the news, so there's been some surges these past few days. I think yesterday Bitcoin was up 4%. Ethereum was up 10%.
Whoa! Apple plunges 10%. Oh my God!
Yeah, Apple took it a little deep if you're looking at the stock market.
Apparently, there was some pension fund out in Norway that lost $3 billion
Whoa!
on its Apple investment.
Billion with a B?
With a bizzle. Billion nizzle.
Whoa. That's a lot. Man.
That's one spicy meatball.
Man. Yeah, so I mean, markets were up the past 2 days, ever since the new year. As of today,
oh, this is a good
went
one.
down a little bit, corrected itself, but we're seeing overall positive impact for the beginning of the year. Looks like we got an article here about Overstock.
Look at this. The first major company to pay state taxes in Bitcoin. Hot
Overstock. Dang. That is cool.
Hot dang.
That's neat.
So apparently they're out in Ohio?
Are they? I didn't know Overstock was out in Ohio.
Ohio commercial activity taxes. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like a thing that they have to pay. And they're going to pay it in Bitcoin.
Wow. That's pretty
cool.
neat. That is pretty cool.
I remember back in 2014 when they started accepting Bitcoin on the website. I was like, oh, okay, if more companies, get into Bitcoin, maybe I'll start taking it a little bit more seriously. I didn't.
Interesting. I didn't. Oh man. Well, I hope that maybe you'll take it seriously from now on, because definitely something that's worth taking serious.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's not even a question. So yeah, apparently they've been taking blockchain very seriously for a while, and so it's good to see that they're actually trying to
do more,
push
honestly.
forward and literally use the options that are available. Paying taxes in Bitcoin, for example. That's bold move.
That's neat. I like that.
Super nifty. Super nifty.
I like that.
I want to take a moment here and just kind of ask the chat if they have any interesting stories or anything that they heard today that we can kind of give our opinion on.
I don't know. So I mean, overall, it hasn't been too. Most of the stuff that I've seen overall has been mostly about the market. Mm-hmm. Over the past few days, some things have been moving here or there. I've seen some things about Africa, mostly regarding their regulation on crypto and how they're doing crypto. I've seen things about cutting power to mining plants, if there's any mining plants out there. I've seen a couple things. It's been mostly regarding market shares, things like that. Mm-hmm. Big stories. We've pretty much covered the bigger stories that have been out there. I'm gonna see if there's anything else here that I spot overall in general.
So we got one story that's kind of big on CCN right now. It's about Ethereum's plan to reduce energy consumption by 99%.
99%.
So they want to switch over to...
that's close to 100.
Yes. So they want to switch over to an algorithm called proof of stake, if I'm not mistaken, is what I read a few days ago. Yes. So they intend to move to proof of stake in the future. Supposedly it'll cut the energy consumed by 100-fold, or around 99%. There have been repeated claims that cryptocurrency uses too much energy and therefore is inefficient and environmentally unfriendly, although we talked about how Bitcoin actually wasn't unfriendly to the environment recently.
Right.
So anyways, Ethereum apparently is going to switch from proof of work as a consensus mechanism, mm-hmm. And go ahead and start using proof of stake, which is basically he who holds the most Ethereum holds the most power to the network, or the most voting rights, or however you want to look at that. So that's could go either way. I could see eventually someone holding a ton of Ethereum and then doing a 51% kind of attack on the network.
51% attack, yeah.
That could be a thing. I don't know. We haven't seen that in proof of stake yet, because it's just not something that we have seen. It's just not. It doesn't exist yet. We only see that in the proof of work networks, but could be something. So we'll keep our eye on that and add more to it as we have it. But right now, it's just kind of a thing being talked about.
Interesting.
See an ad over here again for XYO. It's so many ads. Listen, we got our box today from one of our lovely viewers. So I know that I showed you that earlier in the stream. But we did in fact get the mining kit. Not from XYO. Again, this was from one of our lovely viewers who wanted us to do kind of a review setup kind of thing about it. We played with it a little bit earlier, but we'll get the cameras rolling on that, probably starting maybe tomorrow or next day, something like that, once I get everything figured out. But yeah, it's a really nice case, but it really honestly is just essentially a Raspberry Pi Model 3 with the HDMI out. So you'll need an HDMI cable for setting yours up, and you'll also need an Ethernet cable unless you're planning on using Wi-Fi. I found that Wi-Fi actually worked, whereas Ethernet did not work, but we'll see how that goes.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yep.
We'll figure it out. See what we can pull for you guys. Overall, honestly, news stories, not seeing too much. It is the beginning of the new year, and hopefully we do see some more good news versus bad news. I do want to see more good news in the crypto market, crypto space.
Mind filling me up a little bit?
Sure.
Some of that good drink?
Some of that good drink. Today I decided to go to the doctor, and when I was filling out the questionnaire online, like you can do the digital papers now and skip the line kind of thing, it asked me, do you drink? At one point in time, I used to fill out no. Now I put yes. And they asked me how many times a week, and I was like, oof.
Twice.
I put 1.
You lied.
I did.
Don't lie to your doctor. They don't care.
We lied to him twice. Oh, man. I was just like, oh, man. Once a week? Is that a good thing? Once a week?
It sounds like something broke. Sound like something broke.
Yeah, there was a big boom. I don't know.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear that, because there was quite the crash just now.
Yeah, it did sound like there was a crash. Ooh, I hope everything's okay.
Like a giant fell from a beanstalk.
Sound like it, right? It sounded like it was in here too.
Interesting. Well, you know what they say. I have no idea what they say. I don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what else is going on overall. I mean, not too much in the crypto market today. It's Thursday. We'll check back Sunday, see what's going on. Make sure you guys check out bitsandtokens.com. I'll say it again, and I'll say it 100 times. bitsandtokens.com. That's my best friend right now. So if you guys just need help, anything new, any questions that you may have, check out bitsandtokens.com. We'll be more than happy to assist you guys, walk you through the world of crypto, and make sure you do not get scammed in 2018. 19. Just kidding. We're in 19. We're in 2019. 1 year from 2020, guys.
2019.
New decade.
Nobody's getting scammed, okay?
No scams.
All you got to do, okay, very simple. All you got to do is visit bitsandtokens.com.
Bitsandtokens.com.
We'll walk you through this whole process. It's so easy. You go to bitsandtokens.com. You click register, okay? You register. You fill out the information. I'm sure you filled out information somewhere in the past at some point. So it can't be that hard. Just gonna go ahead and click register. It'll ask you for your name, a couple other things. Eventually, it's gonna ask you for $9.95, unless you use the code SAVE10 when you're checking out to save 10% on your first month. It'll be $9.95 per month after that. If you think something might be a scam, chances are you're pretty smart, so it might be. You'll go over here to you'll log in and you'll go to the support page, and on the support page you'll notice that we've got a little thing that says live chat. Very cute. You click it, you start chat after filling in your information if it's not there already. Bingo, bango, boom. You ask us, hey, does this look like a scam? We'll yay or nay it. Everyone's safe. Any other questions that you have, feel free to use the live chat feature. You know, can't specifically provide financial advice in the way of should you buy this at this time or should you sell this at this time, but we'll give you all the tools that you need beyond that. You know, you've got access to charts right up here. You can access the blog to stay up to date with some of the latest news, and you can watch all the videos from right here, and then anything else we can help you with on your journey, how to sign up for an exchange, how to navigate the blockchain world. We're here for you. We want to be a whole part of your journey, someone you can confide in, ask questions to, and I mean, I feel like we've demonstrated our value pretty strongly in 2018, and so now's the real show where we get to, you know, really help you out one-on-one going into 2019. So let's make it a strong year, everyone. You know, that's all I gotta say about that.
I think you're a little too excited, but it's okay. So for right now, guys, make sure to check out bitsandtokens.com. Make sure to like, subscribe, share this video, share this live stream. Tell your friends, tell a neighbor, tell your mom. Everyone counts. Make sure you share the word of blockchain this year. Share the word of crypto. Have early adopters, and make sure that they know how to adopt correctly at bitsandtokens.com. Other than that, we'll keep you guys tuned with the news. We'll check back with you on Sunday. Keep tuned for that XYO mining kit video. We will have it up for you guys as soon as possible. We'll work on it. Make sure it's nice. Make sure it's great. Make sure it's understandable so you guys know exactly what you're doing with this mining kit.
Right.
If you guys have any products that you want us to review, anything that you see out there that you're interested in, drop in the comment below. Message us. Whatever you feel like, let us know. And we'll see if we can review that product. We'll see if it's worthy. I'm sure it is. But make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video. Until next time, guys, here at Bits and Tokens, I'm your host, Annalise, and this is Tim, and we'll see you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.